Okay, what's happening, YouTube, or wherever I post this video? Probably YouTube. This is going to be a very controversial take, as pretty much a lot of my subjects are. This one's going to go a little bit deeper. Something I noticed as a man, and only man can relate to this, and only a specific type of man, men that have children, multiple, and only an honest man. So this is like 0.1% of probably the world's population. But I've noticed it from observing myself as well as outside people. I've noticed a pattern here on a lot of things. If the state that your body's in controls your genetics, and it also controls your genetic output, we as flesh and blood meat suits, harboring spirits, we are results of the genetic output based off a situation and a time in another man's life, meaning our biological father. Because the father dictates the X and Y chromosome. Women only have XX chromosome. You're gonna have to stick with me. You're gonna have to be at least a little bit scientifically inclined, and you can't be pretty much a homosexual or a woman. One of the two. You can't be, because woman is God, bitch ass niggas. Listen here. Science is science, facts is facts, truth is truth, and Bible is Bible, and they all running in circuit with each other. Follow me. When you're in a certain state, mentally, physically, emotionally, all these things lined up, which also align with manifestation, and it has a lot of ties in to do with Bible and science, which I'm not going to dig deep into. Only esoteric niggas who understand me, or people that love knowledge and wisdom, which you can find out and you can put together, and it's going to blow your fucking mind. But when a man is under the illusion, deeply, which is not an illusion, it's love only starts and can be contained and felt from within to self, from self, and then shared with others. It's an understanding that takes almost a lifetime to get, and very few people really grasp it. They just inherently have it or don't, or express it or don't. They can lose it, and I got a bunch of people driving crazy. I can show it, but I'm not going to. You can lose it, and you can even regain it, but love is probably one of the most complex subjects that I'm not even going to attempt to make a video on. But to the degree of what point of love you have for yourself, others, or you're expressing at the moment will decide if the child that you skeeted into that coochie will be a man or a woman. If you're into the Romeo and Juliet, you're gonna have a man. If you're more into the carnal, you're going to have a woman. If you're a caveman, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have more daughters in your life. He's like, I'm just an ATM shovel slave. You're going to have daughters, hands down. If you're in tune, even close to 50%, I won't even say it has to be closer to 50% or more, you're going to have a man. Now, I'm pretty sure there's degrees of it, which dictates the type of soul that can enter that vessel that turns that man or a man, and there's degrees of it which dictates the type of spirit, that enters the woman. And I don't know how to explain that. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of spiritual law that's like held secret to that I'm not privy to. I've looked into a lot of shit. But I know from my experience to keep, because I keep everything 100, whether it's ugly or not, and I know that's is fact. And then I look outside, and by knowing, I can read a person. I'm not gonna go into I can read a person. I'm not gonna go into detail. I can read people. So a lot of things will tell me a lot of things, and by picking this up, I'm knowing that your genetics are shifted quite quickly just by the internal states you hold. It says a lot about creations of societies and how they're maintained. Something to think about.